Hey you guys, it's your boy Zelda Naruto Fan 1 here. How's it hanging today? This video is the first part in a 3-part video series, and without further ado, let's go and jump right on into it. So I'm going to want to ask you guys a few questions throughout this video, but I'm going to be asking you guys first to imagine that you're just at home chilling, and also now imagine how it would feel if you haven't hung out with many people in several months. Reason for this being is because people barely ask you to hang out, or they barely check up on you. And most of the time whenever you hang out, you're the one going out to them. And you have to have money for that. You live in a big 3-bedroom house with 3 levels, and only have your dog, cat, and a roommate in a town where you have no friends. In addition to this, imagine how it'd feel if you barely had any interaction or hung out with a woman in 4 or 5 months, after spending most of your life surrounded by them until recently. Now, imagine that you posted a Snapchat story asking if any females want to chill with yourself and your roommate. Then you get bombarded with intrusive and anxious thoughts right after that. People are going to assume that your intentions are sexual or misinterpret that they aren't pure. This isn't the case because you only want female companionship and miss that. Due to the aforementioned racing thoughts you repeat over and over again, you have a nervous compulsion and make a post after your initial story claiming that you only, or clarifying that you only want to chill and that you do not want to do the stereotypical male action of saying just chill to get into to manipulate someone into intercourse. Then next thing you know, you get a reply from a white woman on your story claiming, bro, if it was just to chill and not about looking at their tits, you wouldn't be inviting women. Now, mind you, you haven't done or said anything prior to this message, except post what was discussed previously. Also, they deleted their reaction to your second snap story midway through the conversation and other parts of the conversation too. In response to this claim, you retort, what the hell am I doing to deserve this? For real, I've been nothing but nice to you. Now I'm going to ignore you if you keep assuming things like this. I don't deserve to be treated like this. How would that make you feel in this situation when you've done nothing but be nice to a person? How would that make you feel? Like, Now, you yourself are in your head doubting yourself again, trying to figure out what you did that makes it seem that your intention of all this was just for entertainment. You review what's transcribed that would reassure said allegation that you created this post to look at their tits, would insinuate that you are like the average male, but there is no evidence to endorse or aid either of these statements. Alright, so from now on, we're going to refer to this woman as Tabitha. And alright, so after that, Tabitha retaliates with, you aren't being treated like anything, insert your name here, LOL. That snap story was cringy, and someone needed to say something. Sorry if that hurts your feelings, but asking, in quotes, women to come over and entertain you isn't respectful towards my gender. If that bothers you and you want to ignore me, that's fine. And then following it up with, ... but if it's just to chill, ... you wouldn't be inviting women, you would be inviting everyone, end quote. Again, you haven't said or done anything to support that you treat the female sex in this regard. You trying to defend yourself type, bro, I'm just asking women to come kick it like I would any other sex. I want a lady to come over because I don't hang with them as much anymore, and it's nice to. Following that, you mentioned the anxious thoughts from earlier that had gone through your consciousness. Also admitted that you added that second story to clarify that you didn't want to do anything sexual in the slightest yet again. Tabitha then responds with saying, in their words, I said what I had to. You can try to fool others, but not me. You don't have to lie to kick it. Sorry if that bothers you, but this is what I do. Call it out. Although she says this, there still isn't a single thing to support it. Not one. You then retort by telling them that they aren't making any sense, following with that you enjoy hanging out with all the ladies just like the bros, and that you're all equal. She then answers back sarcastically with, LOL, okay. In response, you ask, why is it so hard for people to understand? Miss Tabitha then falsely blurts that you're lying and that's fine, and supporting this claim with only because of, or in her words, because of how defensive you are. Like, first off, how in the fuck is that a logical reason if one didn't have any statements that are actually evidential to express that you're lying to her? Like, none of the things she said make sense at all. Like, go over it if you need to, ponder it, whatever. It doesn't make any logical sense at all. Like, yes, I get being defensive can be a sign of that, but that's not the case. Like, this person's already met me and talked to me. She's a decent acquaintance of mine already. And, like, that's the thing. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, you should already know that I'm not like that with your 4 or 5 interactions you've had with me. Like, whatever. But back to the conversation, though. Anyways, you ask in regards to their comment mentioned a minute ago, how am I lying? And being honest, state, no, it's not fine to lie, especially about this. You've been, keep in mind, you've been just as blunt and honest as you can be with others since before this white chick came around. You get the response, I don't care enough to argue, and that she just wanted to say something, LOL. Then she goes on to say, I'm gonna go to bed, ignore me if you want, LOL, maybe think about what I said. Again, insinuating that she's right and you're lying to her. You then retaliate with, do you not realize how much anxiety I have centered around women because of OCD, anxious, and intrusive looping thoughts for 5 to 10 minutes until I can calm down and/or smoke ganja to help me collect myself to cope? And mind you, this is because of you not getting to socialize with women very much, or people. And with this, you only get told that you are being utterly ridiculous and that you shouldn't be sending the screenshots you sent. You did this because you noticed the first response to your story was deleted mid-conversation. You took them prior for evidence in case anything happened and didn't want to have the possibility of having your name slandered, because this is something you were getting stereotyped and having things insinuated about you that weren't true. And you got the feeling that you should save these because she was deleting them. So, like, you saw them saving your Snapchat, so logically, somebody's deleting their reaction to something, they're trying to cover their tracks. So you sit there and screenshot that stuff, so nothing can be, like, the possibility of you're having your name slandered or having anything discredited about what you said, can't happen. Like, you can't, all the shit would be actual and factual. But then you still end up giving her screenshots because you have nothing to hide and you're a nice person. Like, you don't have anything to hide. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. They want the screenshots, that's fine. You support them, kill them with kindness. Caring about Tabitha and wanting to make resolving the issue easier than it had been, you then try contacting a mutual friend whom knows you both and better than you two both do. Even though you only had good intentions and were hoping to get these misunderstandings up for the better of your shared future, you only end up getting hated on and bickered at even more. Not only that, you are having more things insinuated about you now. She then mimics something you tried doing prior. Tabitha, seemingly passive-aggressively, says that she hopes you have a great day, though. Smiling heart emoji times 3 plus 2 heart emojis. This was after you told her that you had to take the dog out, and in your words, good night for real, man, laughing emoji, Spock emoji. Because you already had told her that you had to get ready for work earlier. Even so, you continued to waste your energy on her just to clear things up out of concern for the platonic relationship you guys had as two sentient beings, or unnecessary tension if it could be cleared up in another way. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I've been dealing with people treating me similarly, assuming things prior to even meeting me and or getting to know me decently in depth. In this real experience I told you, I had to deal with being stereotyped and lumped in with the large majority group of straight male players. In modern society, this group has a lot of them, or male players having used the activity of Netflix and chill solely to trick people so they could get in their pants. Now, due to that, a lot of times, individuals will let the history of this perpetuate their hate and assume others, like me, whom actually say they want to just chill and mean it, want only to trick them into having sex because of that group of fuckboys that I just mentioned. It was being insinuated that I had the same agenda those people do for trying to hang out with women and clarify that's all I wanted to do on my Snapchat story. I was raised to treat everyone as an equal and be a proper and moral gentleman, and especially treat women as my equal. Now, I'm going to treat everyone as my equal until they give me a reason to. It isn't cool to stereotype and act out before you get to know someone decently because of pre-assumptions. That shit is a large part of why we're having problems today. And honestly, it's ignorant as fuck. Now, I would like you to ask yourselves how it would make you feel if you were discriminated against or having assumptions made about you because you share something in common with a person and did nothing to deserve it except exist or share a gender with them. Let that marinate for an hour or two in your head. And if you want, let me know in the comments down below how that made you feel, personally. I'll be letting you guys know, though, when I'm posting the next video of this 3-part series. Straight, white, and male, life's perfect, and I can't fail soon. Hope you guys liked video number 1, the straights. Okie dokies, that's it for me today. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and or subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. And until next time, it's your boy Zelda logging off. Take care, my dudes.